Hey folks, this is Waylon Lewis. I wasn't planning on doing Facebook Live, but I thought I would just touch in because we're going to do a big one tomorrow with one of our mindful, eco, organic, vegan, in glass, not plastic sponsors, Nutso. It's like nut butter, but it's 7 different nuts. And we're going to do a vegan cooking show. And I'm horrible at cooking, so if you're horrible at cooking, it'll be a good learning opportunity for you and for me. And if you're good at it, I'm going to be with folks who are good. So that should be fun for family cooking, for bachelor cooking, for eco boy, vegan boy cooking. But that's not what I want to talk about. Today I wanted to talk about sex, and I want to talk about politics, and really anything else where some of us view this as not polite dinner conversation. So once in a while, we have a pretty popular Instagram account at Elephant Journal, and once in a while we'll post something sexy, and a ton of people will like it, and it's hugely popular, and there's 100 comments or 200 comments or 300 comments or 400 comments, and it just blows up. But then if you look closely, half of those comments are people saying, F you, elephant, I'm unfollowing you. You're horrible and you're a hypocrite. And hey folks, sorry, the connection tuned out. I'm only going to be here for another minute because we have to go outside. Let me show you this. And do that. I'm in Encinitas, California right now, not Boulder, Colorado. So tomorrow we're going to go to local startup Nutso and do a little, But today I just wanted to talk about how intense and how aggressive and how mean people get when they view something as not what they signed up for. So all of us say, who are Bernie fans, we love Bernie, we love Bernie, we love Bernie, we love Bernie, we hate Hillary, we hate Trump, we hate everyone, we love Bernie. Then Bernie endorses Hillary. Suddenly we hate Bernie, we hate Bernie, we hate Bernie, we hate Bernie. So this sort of shallow love can turn into shallow hate so quickly. So how can we dive beneath those angry, kind of drama-full waves and get into the calm, peaceful blue ocean of genuine love, genuine appreciation? So Elephant talks about the mindful life. We don't just talk about parts of life. We don't talk about the mindful life but ignore politics. We don't talk about the mindful life but ignore sexuality. We don't talk about the mindful life but ignore anything difficult or intense. The mindful life is about life, and your life includes sexuality. Even if you're not engaging in it, that's an aspect of your life. And it includes politics. Politics influence equal rights. Politics influence social action. Politics influence whether someone old or weak can get health care. Politics influence how much taxes we're paying. Ironically, if people can't get health care, it's more expensive for taxpayers, right? Because people are not getting basic health care, then they have to go to an emergency room, and the taxpayer winds up paying way more. So Elephant is about all of life. So when I hear, as I just did a few minutes ago from Lindsay Block downstairs, that hundreds and hundreds of people unfollowed us when we recently posted something pretty sexy, and it was pretty sexy, on @ElephantJournal on our popular Instagram account, it makes me sad. It doesn't make me hurt. It doesn't make me mad. This is social media. It's all kind of shallow stuff, but it does make me sad that fans of ours would unfollow when we dare talk about Hillary, or we dare talk about Trump, or we dare talk about sexuality, or Bernie, or healthcare, or equal rights. This is what we're about. We're about actual life. So welcome aboard to Elephant Journal. We talk about all of life, and we're going to be offensive. We're going to be wrong. It's because we're a community. So any of you with any opinion, whether we agree with it or not, you're welcome to write at elephantjournal.com/submit. You just have to be thoughtful, and generally our mission is to be genuine, to create some communication and further understanding in the world. and hopefully to give you good advice. We're not here to give you bad advice. So it's not that anything goes with elephant, but it is that we have a mission, which is to be of benefit. So if any of you have comments or questions about why we cover sexuality, why we cover politics, why we've endorsed Hillary Clinton, which I have done, but again, even that doesn't mean that, and there's a little Trump hand gesture, even that doesn't mean that she's the only way to go. Any of you guys can write an endorsement on Elephant, and we'll publish it as long as it's thoughtful about your favorite candidate. I was seeing if I could get the beach behind me. There you go. So anyway, tune in tomorrow for Nutso. If you like, ask some questions, comments about vegan cooking. I'm just getting to know the company, but it's in glass, not plastic, which I love, and it's organic, not just GMO free. GMO free means very little. It means it's GMO free. It still could be, drowned in pesticides its entire life. So still go for organic. I'm looking through. Hello to everybody. Yeah, if like Sue, you're just tuning in, say where you're from. Sue's from Wales, United Kingdom. Yeah, we're here on a little leadership retreat, just 4 of us, just trying to figure out how to pay for people, how to hire more people, how to survive with Facebook. Facebook has been killing media. So we're down 2/3 over the last year after growing steadily and working hard for that growth. We're going over tough issues, trying to keep some staff who are good, who want more money, trying to deal with them, trying to blah, blah, blah. It's just a leadership retreat. We got a lot to do, and we're working pretty hard. And also just connecting and bonding. And we're about to run around on the beach and exercise for 45 minutes before a long day of meetings. So anyway, hope you're all well. And if you don't have questions, yeah, exactly. Sheila, that's what I like about Elephant Journal, not focused on the purist lifestyle. Amanda from Driggs, Idaho. I love what Rachel just said. We all bleed the same. Let's all just care for each other, humans, animals. Rachel, you'd love to read basic goodness on Elephant Journal. All righty. Santa Rosa, California, Ontario, Canada, Northeast Texas. Yeah, we're not here to be an echo chamber of our own yes man little clubbiness. We're here to engage in genuine dialogue and to retrain ourselves how to be agreeable when we disagree. We can disagree with one another and be respectful in doing so. So I hope you're all really well. Big love to you. Actually, if you want to join for a moment of meditation, let's end with that. So take a good posture. If you like, join me for 1 minute. Take a good posture. Root your sit bones. Take a great posture and then relax. Find your breath in and out. Let's bow to one another wherever we are around the whole world with mutual respect and friendship. Friendship is so important, that basic warmth. Find your breath in and out. Eyes are open, hands flat on your thighs. This is Buddhist shamatha meditation, resting the mind in the present moment. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. If you find yourself distracted, just simply label it thinking, 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 and return your attention to your breath. And you simply do that again and again. You're distracted by my voice, you're distracted by thoughts of the future or past. Label it thinking, gently, and return to the breath. Okay, so you can do that until you're completely present in a gentle way with your breath. And then you can end with a bow that may it be of benefit to all sentient beings. So, oh yeah, so actually these pants, someone said, show me your pants, they look big and comfy. They're actually ridiculous, but they're super soft. I was just given these by this company, Buddha Pants. and they're ridiculous. I don't know why they're shaped like this, but they're really comfy and fun. And I wore them as pajamas last night. Yeah, look at the legs. They're epic. So anyway, they're the softest things ever. And the non-patterned ones are actually organic, which is my preference. I've never been, Sheila, to Yosemite. I would love to. Rachel, can I tell you what again? Leslie, we're in, I just showed you guys, but that's our view, and we're about to run down there and play some volleyball. And I'm wounded. I have a wounded foot, so I'm gonna just mostly be in the water. And we're gonna get down there before it gets too hot. It's still morning here. You can see some ladies playing volleyball right there. See them right there? I think I can zoom. And this is, I think it's called Moonlight Beach. I can't quite remember, but it's in Encinitas, California. And we're in a little Airbnb. We're here for 4 days for a leadership retreat. This may look luxurious, and I'm sure it is, but I've only been to the beach a couple days in my whole life, so I'm pretty excited for that. I'm a Colorado boy, and I've almost never traveled. This is my first time here. Yeah, exactly, Christy. These are totally like MC Hammer pants. They're epic, and the crotch area is just endless. That's ridiculous. Terowin, exactly. My doctor lives in Encinitas. Cool. Yeah, they're like harem pants. There you go, Wendy. That's probably what they are. God knows why they need to be shaped like this, but I'm down. Buddha pants. There's a link from Kat. I think she just jumped on. So yeah, you can get the organic cotton dyed with plant-based materials. You can get it on our market. Rachel, I don't know what book I recommended to read, but here's a book that every woman particularly, but everyone should read out there. It's called Gift from the Sea, one of my favorite books. And if you can buy a used copy of it, find an old copy of it, because those are the most beautiful. Find one with a beautiful cover. Epic crotch, as Danielle said. South Lake Tahoe. Paul, we just do these videos regularly. This video is just a short one. It's pretty much over. And I just wanted to talk about how we're going to do offensive things. We're going to offend you, and that's because we're not a club. We're a community. Communities are always going to be tough, but they're far better than yes man kind of clubs where you agree with everything one another says. We shouldn't expect Elephant to always be something we agree with. It's a community. We invite different views in, and I might have a point of view, but I could be wrong. You know, I'm vegan. Not everyone who reads or writes for Elephant is vegan, and that is okay. That is, you know, that we have differences. We need to be agreeable in disagreeing. Yeah, being invested in friends always agreeing with us with this sort of yes man notion is a sign of ego and weakness and not health, not happiness. All right, I'm just going through your comments. Hello from Wisconsin. Hey, Robin, your daughter lives in Encinitas. Cool, I'll look for her. We just went to Lotus Cafe yesterday. That was fun, except for tons of plastic. We went to Los Aslas last night. I Instagrammed it on Instagram.com/Waylon Lewis. Janix, our articles are always a huge help to me. Thank you for all that you and your team share. Thank you. If you want to help pay for the editors, it's $1 a month. Elephantjournal.com/ what's the link? Read. Elephantjournal.com/read. You can read unlimited if you subscribe for about $1 a month. But if you don't want to, that's totally fine. Reading for free is totally wonderful. So if you appreciate reading Elephant for free or paid, give it a like, give it a share as a sign of some love. Let's throw some love around. Let's all drown each other in love. Sounds like a silly thing to say, but it's kind of, there's nothing like coffee is good in the morning, love is even better. Yes, Brienne, I'm excited to check out the beach. I've always been a water boy, but I've been in a mountain town, so I never get it. Who wrote that book? Gift from the Sea. Please don't buy it on Amazon. Please buy it from an independent used bookstore. It's by the wife of Charles Lindbergh, Anne Morrow Lindbergh, who I actually had the honor to know. Yeah, I got a super short, it's super short on the sides haircut. Thank you. From an old school barber. I left my haircut place of many years because they raised the price to $50 for boys. And then, you tip $10 and it's a $60 haircut for boys. It's crazy. The offensive post I mentioned was a very sexual post on Instagram.com/elephantjournal, and you will know it when you see it. Hannah, yes, anyone can date. If you mean can you and I date, probably not, but that's because I'm not lucky enough. Tara, never going to make the masses happy. Yeah, exactly. But, we want to connect with the masses. We want to have a genuine interaction with them. Sylvia, hope the retreat is rewarding and energizing. Thanks for holding the space in a stressful election time. Thanks for that nice yoga breathing. Yeah, you bet. Thank you. Thanks for joining. It's really not a thing without you joining. Jerry, hello from Alabama. I hope everyone tunes in for the cooking show tomorrow. I'm a horrible cook, so if you want to see me look awkward, now's your chance. Honey's Cafe in Encinitas is yummy, right near Moonlight Beach. So this is Moonlight Beach. Here we go. This is Moonlight Beach. This is my view right now. It's kind of, talk about epic. Can you see those waves? There's tons of surfers out there, but they're not getting any waves. They're just hanging out. And yeah, we went to this old Birkenstock store yesterday. I love that place. I got my first pair of new Birkenstocks in my life. And my friend got some other pair of cool hippie shoes. Gift from the Sea, yeah, Anne Morrow Lindbergh. I have a blog on that book on Elephant Journal. You could just read one of her quotes. I really think all human beings should read that book. I've recommended it for years and bought it for years. It's one of those books I buy every year, like a couple copies, and give it away to good friends. It's for women in a way, but obviously I've really connected with it and it's helped me, so. Oh, Sheila, I just signed up for the subscription, worth every penny. The articles have really helped me dig deeper into myself. Thank you so much. And that $1 a month pays for our editors. It pays us to be able to pay our writers, and hopefully independent media that's mission-driven to be able to grow. Hello from North Carolina. Shelby, can I ask something a little off topic? I've been hearing more and more about fluoride in our water and how it affects our ability to think. Can you either here or in another video address that and voice your opinion? We have a article on fluoride in our water on Elephant by Brigitte Mars, and you can just Google that or search on Elephant for that article, and it's quite good. I don't have an opinion on it. I'm not a doctor. I don't know enough about it, but I know I can think reasonably well. I do filter my water, that said. Nash, you are helping so many of us in the Philippines reclaim our communities. How are we helping? That's wonderful. Nash, and please do write more. If so inspired, if you want to write, elephantjournal.com/write. Tara, haha, shared the Insta post. I'm over 50 with 4 kids and still wear a bikini. That post was awesome. Yay. Tara, thank you. The cooking show, I think, is early in the morning. I think we're doing it at 8 a.m. here, so that would be 9 a.m. MST and, 11 a.m. East Coast? Is that right? Yeah, I think so. Paul, thank you for asking. Kaylee, no, I'm definitely not supporting Jill Stein or the Green Party. Much respect to her, but in the face of a legitimate threat to humane human society, I would vote for anyone who could stop Donald J. Trump. And furthermore, I actually am inspired more and more by Hillary herself. She has the most progressive platform in history. Thank you to Bernie and his supporters. If you care about Obamacare and healthcare for all improving instead of being torn apart, Hillary's got to be your choice. If you care about equal rights, if you care about not getting in random wars, not just Twitter wars, but wars, you got to vote for Hillary. She's the only one who can stop Trump. There was a great article in the New York Times that explained if you want three parties, that's great. My mom lives in Canada. They have three parties, and it has not made things better. Stephen Harper, because of the three parties, was able to win. How many years did he serve? Like 12 years or something? Horrible, horrible president. So three parties is not a solution. Here's the funny, sweet news, good news and bad news, which is that human beings, like in Affair to Remember, Cary Grant, why is life so hard? He's asked, and he smiles and he says, human beings, something like that. So 3 parties, 5 parties, 2 parties, we're going to have difficulty because we're human. Life is rough. Life is confusing. Life is kind. Life is magical. Life is corrupt. Life is cruel. It's all over the map. So I do respect Jill. I'm sure if they had a real powerful party, I would consider her. And that's what that article in the Times explained. It said if you want 3 parties or more, build them up locally, get people elected to city councils. This is how the Republican Party was formed. It didn't always exist, and in the late 1800s, they created the party through local elections and then state elections and then nationally. So it's okay if we disagree. If you disagree, you can send in an article and I'll feature it, because I don't need Elephant to be exactly what I think. elephantjournal.com/write. But let's do so agreeably and thoughtfully. And basically, I'm pretty supportive of Hillary, I just have to say. I appreciate her. I don't think she's as transparent as I'd like, but she's far, far, far more transparent than Trump, just on a fact-based level. I don't think she's as charismatic as she would like. She many times will say she's not a natural politician like Bill or, say, Barack are in some ways, or Michelle, or George W., who is a naturally kind of warm, charismatic guy. But as in my view, as I saw with George W., you can be warm and charismatic but not be a great president for us. So what's important is that she'll do good things and help us do good things. We have to, it's a democracy. So just like with Obama, having a president isn't enough. We the people have to force the president to do good things, not to do bad things, through being active and peaceful. And the hate, the rancor in the U.S. needs to be reduced. It will not be reduced under Trump. This kind of hate, which is fed by Facebook and social media, is by the yes man tendency within all of us, is it's sad. So, thank you for your question, Kaylee. From Maddie, I'm having such a hard time with spirituality in such a negative society. I just joined the video. Please suggest something for me to start with. Hey, you bet, Maddie. So the first thing I would start with is a book that's fun to read, that's inspiring. So I would pick a book by Pema Chodron. If you read my link, Top 10 Buddhist Books for Beginners, maybe it's titled. Not that you're a beginner or not, but just pick one of Pema Chodron's books. She's so inspiring, so sweet. And then you can develop some warmth and some strength in yourself. And then you can engage in the world and realize that it's not all negative. There's a lot of negative stuff, but there's also a lot of this. There's a lot of beauty. And that would be my second advice, is get out of nature. And then you'll realize, you'll remember your sense of humor. You'll realize that things aren't all negative. Often we forget about nature. We forget about the present moment. So that would be the third thing, is practice meditation every morning and every evening, and come back again and again to your strength. And your strength is, like your breath, is not an arrogant thing. It's a gentle yet strong thing. So Maddie, beautiful question. Yeah, cooking shows tomorrow if you want to tune in. Gift from the Sea. Hopefully we put that quote in the, or the link in the comments. Moonlight Beach. Hello from Dundas, Ontario. Sally, it is in Encinitas, which I've never been to. And we're here for a Elephant Leadership Retreat. And we got a really good deal on a cheap Airbnb, and it's, I think we left DIA in Boulder, or in Denver, in like 9 a.m., and we were here by noon. Sheila, I'm so over the hyper positivity movement. Amen. I just did 2 videos on that about fear and boredom. And they're probably the 2 most popular I've ever done there just this week. If you want to check them out, they're all on youtube.com/Elephant Journal. And if you want to support Elephant, the best way to do that is free, elephantjournal.com/best. Rachel, hello from Exeter, UK. That's our online magazine, and it's by far our best stuff, if you want our best stuff, for free. Nash, the stuff you share becomes fodder for my conversations that happen across generations and classes. We'll write to you at some point, but thank you. Keep going. Nash, thank you. That's so sweet. Cool name, too. Yeah, so I think Kat just put our Nutso view with Moonlight Beach in the background, our Instagram link, and that has all the info for my vegan cooking show tomorrow. Tina, with all the hurricane craziness here in Florida, it's refreshing to see you and hear you. Hugs to you, Tina. Let's all give Tina some love and hugs in the hurricane craziness. Jerry, just be a good human, or practice being a good human. Yeah, I thought Kane did well. It was painful to watch. Haha, I love your hair, from Jennifer. Yeah, I just got a big haircut. Lindsay just joined. Lindsay is one of the 4 people we're here on the leadership retreat with. I've worked with her since she was an intern, and she's now the ripe old age of 29, I believe. So she's been with us for something like 8 years. So if any of you appreciate Elephant and what we're able to do, literally about 40% of all of it is because of what Lindsay has done and because she's stuck around. For years, I've said if she quit, and I don't say this as a threat, though it might sound like it, I've said that if she quit, I would just quit, because there's really no way I could carry on without her. This might be the first year where I'm like, we have a really good, strong, caring staff, and I feel taken care of, but without Lindsay, it would still be tough for any of us to function. So give Lindsay some love and thanks if you enjoy Elephant. Nicole, great question. How does meditation help heal emotions? Well, emotions are fine. They are what they are. Emotions aren't wounds. But wounded emotions of woundedness, can be healed by just kind of almost bearing witness, by almost like spooning with your emotions. You don't want to push away your fear. I just did a whole video on this. You don't want to push away or try and get away from boredom and just be on your smartphone all the time. If you have tough memories or tough emotions, you can just notice them, like in meditation, and then come back again and again. Come back to the stability, but the relaxation of your breath. You can breathe in difficult emotions and then breathe out kindness, generosity, and love, instead of pushing away bad things and clinging to good, which has the opposite effect that you want. So Nicole, please check out Tong Len on elephantjournal.com. It's a great practice for dealing with difficult emotions. Jerry, I'm so glad I got to hear your perspective this day. Very enlightened. Well, thank you, but it's just because of my teachers, great teachers. The Green Party really needs to build their base. I just can't get behind Jill. Don't really care for her tactics either. Yeah, I think I haven't been super impressed either. I honestly, I mean, if anyone wants to, just read my endorsement. Yeah, see, there we go. There's the typical thing from Yvette. I'll like your comment anyway. Really? A political rave, Chefs? I'm out. So, I think you mean rant, or that I'm raving. But a political rave would be like a really bad party with bad music. I don't think I was ranting. I think I'm fine with other people having other opinions. If I was ranting, I apologize. But there's no point apologizing because you're out. So yeah, if you can't hear differences of opinion in life, it's going to be a cloistered, cocoony little life. So I encourage you, Yvette, and others to engage agreeably with those you disagree. Kaylee, I appreciate your response, and we can respectfully agree to disagree, Waylon. Yeah, and if you want to write Kaylee, please send in an article, and I'll feature it. Thank you for taking the time to put thought and care into your response, even if we have come to different conclusions. Yeah, I'm in the pajama party here. Trish, bow for the moment of meditation. Hillary is an introvert, and that's what people don't like. She is a good student, hard worker, smart. We are in safe hands with her. Not ideal, but yeah, I mean, ideal and perfect ain't going to happen, especially in politics. So pick someone who you feel like is going to do good things overall, who has a good platform, who is on the side of empathy and fairness and a kind society and honesty. And that can be hard to find. It's not going to be perfect. But I think this year it's not that hard to compare apples and decrepit oranges. Amanda, I know I'll breathe easier when Hillary is safely in office. Steph, Canada's multi-party system still suffers from a splitting of the left vote. Exactly. So there's 3 parties in Canada, and all the liberals are over here, and they split their vote, and then the conservatives come in and, you know, are rough on the Native Canadians. They're rough on the environment. They're cold. It's been tough. Stephen Harper was tough. We ousted Harper because of widespread strategic voting. Exactly, strategic voting, folks. You gotta think. It's not all. You gotta do both. Practice that. It's sad, but you have to stay practical. Amen. There's Chelsea Hindorf, who we've just hired. Everyone say hey to Chelsea. Kurtia, I opened this live video completely without knowing what it was, but now I'm glad I made the time to listen to you. Yeah, we do these videos 5 days a week. Tomorrow we're doing a vegan cooking show with Nutso, who's a mindful, organic, vegan, glass, not plastic sponsor. Jerry, I am Cherokee, I am green. However, I support Hillary for the whole. Amen. Nyam. But again, if you disagree with that, that's okay, and we can be friends. It's sort of like, you know, historically, my family is from New York, or half of it is, so I'm a Yankee fan. But if you're a Red Sox fan, we can hate each other in baseball, and it's kind of fun. It's a rivalry. But we can still have a drink together at the end of the day. We can still be friends. We can still like each other's families. We can still, you know, take the bus to school together or whatever. This isn't like some Shakespeare play where we have to kill each other in the square. All right, any book by Pem Chodron, there you go. There's the list of great books. A calm. What will happen to us, Iraq, with the new president? Any will from any of them to eradicate ISIS? I mean, it's always more difficult to eradicate something like ISIS, especially when they're not necessarily a traditional country with capitals and such, than it is to say I'm going to wipe ISIS from the earth. So I think both of them have will to do it. But as we've seen with Iraq, with your country, and with Afghanistan, you know, Vietnam, getting involved in nation building or nation destroying is expensive in terms of human life, expensive in terms of civilian life, expensive in terms of money, and really difficult to do precisely. Jerry Lee King, amen, what you said. Keeping a sense of humor is important. Hey from Australia, Galores, Exeter, New Hampshire. Yeah, the links are all in the comments, so check out the comments. And if you miss any of these videos, you can go to youtube.com/elephantjournal and get them. Judy, thank you for thanking Lindsay. Yeah, Sheila, right now we just don't have the staff to do an event reminder. We could do an event reminder, but we just haven't really been able to. So if you want us to do more stuff like that, best thing I can say is subscribe if you feel so inspired. elephantjournal.com/read. Yeah, I mean, 4/5, Amanda, of Elephant are women. It's probably a little imbalanced, but it's a blessed imbalance. Oh, there you go, Wendy. Sheila, you can subscribe via Facebook and get alerts when his live stream starts. Wendy, thank you for that. I didn't realize you could do that. Yeah, maybe put my Hillary endorsement in the comments, or maybe you already did. Just reading through the comments. Sorry, it's not fun watching me. Here, while I read through the comments, I'll show you a better view. Sheila, if you know where Bill talked about that, I'd love to see that video if you put that in the comments. Nancy, I love hearing you speak. My mind enjoys different ideas and helps understand some sides I don't see or realize. Love and thank you for what you do. Jerry, not crazy about the pants. Yeah, they're kind of fun though. I don't know. They're huge and super comfy. So, I don't know. It's not my style, but I'm down. Yeah, I love all the hearts and thumbs going across the screen. It is kind of cute. Decrepit oranges, blah. Yeah, that was a good one, I think. Wassam, what do you think about accepting Syrian refugees? I think accepting refugees who are truly in need is one of the most noble things any country can ever do. It's an honor for the country accepting them. I do think some sort of assimilation, if people walk into your house and you ask people to take off your shoes, they can do that respectfully. So just in the same way with a country, there needs to be some sense of like, welcome. Here's the education system, here's the job system, here's how you can contribute and not just sort of leech off of it. It's a two-way relationship, not just a one-way relationship. But yeah, if we can help refugees, there's no more noble, kind thing to do, and 99.9% of refugees are a blessing to the country they move to. And for the 0.1%, we have screenings, we do our best. It's always been that way. And there's a lot of racism in those who say we don't want refugees. I mean, there was racism against the Irish when they were refugees in Boston. There was, you can hate on other all day long, but it's not going to make you happier. There's a little quote for Lindsay Cat. Any applicable books for my 17-year-old niece who's having a difficult time with materialism and meanness? Her mom, my sis, isn't on the same page as me with mindfulness. She gets a lot of things. Perhaps your book things. Oh, perhaps my book things. Yeah, my book Things I Would Like to Do With You is about love and mindfulness, and it's kind of a fun, sweet read. It's not too spiritually, so your sis might approve of it, but it is kind of, it's all about sort of kindness and intimacy. So my book is called Things I Would Like to Do With You. You can get it on elephantjournal.com/books. But the books I would recommend, Claudine, are in that list of best Buddhist books, Pema Chodron particularly. Sheila, critical thinking is lacking in America. I really think folks ought to be required to take critical thinking to vote. It's a good suggestion. Jerry, we must be tolerant. The world needs more of that. Amen. Leslie, your one-liners are cracking me up, drawing attention to myself at the office and my workstation. Busting you. Isaiah, respect to your disagreement, but again, if you don't see compassion and empathy, I speak of reflected in her record despite the rhetoric and the platform. Do know that most candidates will try to fulfill their platform or they'll get rejected by their party. So you don't have to like her, but I certainly don't see much sign of empathy or compassion in Trump's record. So yeah, it may not be an ideal year. Just ordered Gift from the Sea for $2.49. Well spent. I'm sure it sounds good. Thanks for the recommendation. Everyone here, please read Cheap Words. It's an article in the New Yorker about Amazon, and you'll never support Amazon again. Cheap Words. All right, I got to get through this because I got to go. We're meeting all day long. Sherry, I will in a couple years. I just have to get rich and famous. Run for president, that is. Or at least governor. Rachel, not easily anyway. I already need a special visa due to my dual nationality with Iran. That's great. Pema, yeah, would love her. Alrighty, thank you so much, folks. Sorry that was so long, but I had to show off my new haircut and that. So bring a little of this into your life today whenever you're stressed out.